Assalamu alaikum. A very good day to you. And at first, I would like to provide all types of praise for the Almighty Allah who has given me a chance to join such like a digital platform. And today, I'm going to take a session on auditing. And at the end of session, I hope so it will be very clear and understandable to you about the definition of auditing and the types of auditing. So let's go to the slide directly. Before launching my presentation, I would like to introduce myself in front of you. And here I am Mohammad Mohabbad Hussain, lecturer, Department of Accounting, Government Hussain Said Sorordi College, Magura. So today's topic is types of auditing. Types of auditing. Okay. Auditing is an expert opinion on financial statement, and it is done by the auditor. Here are the respective points we have to mention: whether the statement is right or not, whether the respective accounts is rightly entered into the accounts or not, whether the respective rules of accounting are maintained or not. These particular facts should be placed in front of the audit report. That means auditing is an expert opinion on financial statements that indicates a historical background. The word audit has come from the Latin word audire. It means to hear. That means the word audit has originated from the Latin word audire, which means to hear. Auditing is one-side verification activity such as inspection or examination or process or quality system that need to ensure the compliance to requirements. That means it is one-side verification activities such as inspection or examination, or to check whether the respective quality has already been maintained or not. An audit can apply to an entire organization or might be specific to a function, process, or production step. So, auditing is a vast activities regarding the respective issue. Now it is time to understand the types of audit. Actually, on the basis of general aspect, we may classify the audit in three parts. Number one, general audit. Number two, on the basis of nature. And number three, on the basis of practice. On the basis of nature, on the basis of general aspect, and on the basis of practice. So, we have already mentioned that general audit here classified into three ways: private, statutory, and government. On the basis of nature, two types of audit, financial and cost. And on the basis of practice, continuous audit, cash audit, complete audit, partial audit, periodical audit, interim audit, internal audit, and standard audit. So, now we will describe in nutshell at the same time so that we may understand. When audit is done by the sole trader or private person, annually is called private audit. When audit is done by the sole trader or private person annually is called private audit. Statutory audit, when it is necessary to audit the accounts under some law, that means prescribed law, then it will be treated as statutory audit. Government audit, when central or state or other government have to audit the accounts of the different department of the government sector, then it will be treated as government audit. That means central, state, or other government have to audit the accounts of the different departments of the government sector. It's called government audit. So private, statutory, and government audit. Even after that, on the basis of nature, financial audit, and cost audit. Under the audit, when under audit there is a examination books of original entries and profit and loss accounts and balance sheet. Then it will be called financial audit. That means financial factors are included in this case. Books of original entries means journal entries, profit and loss accounts, and balance sheet. Profit and loss account shows how much amount has lost or profit at the end of the session, and the balance sheet shows the liabilities, ownerships, and respective issue. When there is an audit, cost accounts and recorded manufacturing is done, it is called cost audit. That means cost records and manufacturing records is included in the cost audit. Okay. We have already said the balance sheet shows the full focus of liabilities, assets, and ownership of the company. So again, financial audit and cost audit. Okay. Now, on the basis of practice, continuous audit, when the auditor audit the records throughout the year after regular intervals. Throughout the year, but regular intervals is required in this case of continuous audit. When the auditor audits the records throughout the year after regular intervals is called continuous audit. Cash audit, when auditor check only the cash. Cash audit, when auditor check only cash is called cash audit. Complete audit, when all the accounts are get checked and no transaction is left is called complete audit. Very simple. When all the accounts are checked and no transactions is left is called complete audit. Partial audit, when audit of some payments accounts is checked, not all the accounts. Okay, so continuous audit, cash audit, complete audit, and partial audit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5. Periodical audit. When auditor works start after the completion of all accounts, usually yearly, is called partial audit. When auditor works start after the completion of all the accounts, is called partial audit. Interim audit, when audit is done after fixed period, either it may 6 or 3 months, is called interim audit. When audit is done after fixed period, either it may 6 or 3. Internal audit, when accounts are checked by employee, is called internal audit. It is such like a system by which one is automatically checked by another. Standard audit, when some transactions selected are audited in details. When some transactions are audited in details, is called standard audit. It is set as a standard by which, by following these transactions, the respective transactions may be followed. This is the standard audit. Periodical audit, interim audit, internal audit, and standard audit. Okay, now it is time to know the different phases of an audit. Usually, this is very important point to note that are usually come into the exam. Okay, there are 4 specific points. Number 1, audit preparation. Number 2, audit performance. And number 3, audit reporting. And number 4, audit follow-up and closure. So, audit preparation. Preparation in this case, actually planning. That means thinking before doing. What we will do, that would be prescribed at present time from the point of view of the organizational activities. An auditor has to take the preparation. and this preparation is known as audit preparation. And here all the important subject matter should be recorded in such a way so that in practical platform he may execute according to the sequence, and the respective expected outcome may come up within short period of time. That means during the audit activities. Audit performance. Audit performance means actual activities on the spot. Actual activities on the spot in practical aspect. So, according to the audit preparation, the respective activities has to done by the auditor staying on the respective platform. That means staying on the company's or business aspect. Whether all respective activities that has already been done by the company is going on the right track or not, that should be justified by the auditor. And number 3, audit reporting. That means after completion the respective performance according to the rules and regulation of audit, either it is right or not, or any transaction is left to record, that would be provided by the auditor by a report. It is known as audit reporting. Audit follow-up and closure. Actually, it is the controlling phase. Whether the respective activities has already been done according to audit preparation is right or not. If right, then it would be closed. If not, then necessary steps should be taken by the respective platform, will be advised by the auditor. So here 4 specific points. Number 1, audit preparation, audit performance, audit report, audit follow-up and closure. Some important types of audits. Number 1, financial audits. Number 2, operational audits. Number 3, integrated audits. Number 4, forensic audits. Number 5, investigate audits. And number 6, compliance audits. These audits usually come to your exam as a footnote. So it is strongly required to know about these items very clearly. Dear learners, now it is time to know some important points about financial audits. Actually, it is done by the third-party examination of the company's financial records and reporting activities. Its object is to review the financial statements. I have already said financial statements includes the books of original entries, profit and loss accounts, and the balance sheet of the organization. By books of original entries, that means journal entries, we may understand what types of transaction has already been done by the company in earlier. And by profit and loss accounts, we will understand how much amount has already been profit or loss at the end of the sessions. And by observing the balance sheet, we will understand whether the respective owner, assets, liabilities, and ownership of the organization is exist. That means balance sheet is the full focus of the organization, full flash of light by which outsider or investor may understand very clearly what is the actual condition, what is the financial position of the company. And on the basis of it, he will take the decision, either my pocket money will I invest in this organization or not. And to state whether these statements provides true view of transactions performed by the organization or not. These particular items is usually included in the financial audit. The audit opinion is intended to provide reasonable assurance but not absolute assurance that the financial statements are presented fairly in all material aspects and or give a true or fair view of accordance with the financial reporting framework. That means according to the framework, whether the respective activities has already been done by maintaining from the point of view of the material aspect or not, that would be highlighted on audit report. Operational audit. Operational audit is a systematic review of effectiveness, efficiency, and economy of operation. A future-oriented, systematic, and independent evaluation of the organizational activities. Internal controls and effectiveness may be evaluated during these types of review. Now it is time to know the integrated audits. Dear learners and the participants who are now observing this slide, look, this is a combination of an operational audit, department review, and IS audit applications controls review. This is a combination of operational audit and departmental review and IS audit applications controls review. An audit is called the integrated audit, where the auditors, in addition to an opinion on the financial statements, must also express an opinion on the effectiveness of a company's internal control over the financial reporting. So it is very important to note that you have to know the forensic audit. Forensic audit, also known as the post-mortem analysis audit. An examination and evaluation of firms or individuals' financial information for use as evidence in court. That means these types of audit you may submit in the court as an proof or evidence. Forensic audit can be conducted in order to prosecute a party for fraud or embezzlement or other financial claims. Fraud means fraud means to hide the actual and show the wrong figure of revenue rather than actual. And when it will be done by the documentary, then it will be known as forgery. And embezzlement means embezzlement of cash. That means by not placing the right date or by not placing the right amount in the books of original entity, show the wrong figure, is called embezzlement. And we know very well the term embezzlement of cash. So these types of claim will be extracted from the respective platforms and it will be known as post-mortem analysis audit or forensic audit. So it is usually focused on the specific aspects of the works of a departmental or individual. This is an audit that takes place as a result of reporting of unusual, suspicious activities on the part of an individual or departmental. It's called investigate audit. It is like a forensic audit. So, investigate audit means this is an audit that takes place as a result of a report of unusual or suspicious activities on the part of an individual or department. An investigate audit is the same as forensic audit. Now, very important point for you, the compliance audit. A compliance audit is a comprehensive review of an organization's adherence to the regulatory guidelines. Dependent accounting, security or IT constructions evaluate the strength, weakness of the compliance. For example, you may determine whether the business is complying with US Environmental Protection Agency EPA and standards on the dumping of toxin waste. Or you may look at whether a credit card company is following federal law with regards to the charging its cardholders allowable fees and interest.